Today we got a special one. He's related to LeBron. My guy, Des. What's up, brother? How you doing today?
Good, bro.
What do you bring on game days?
Y'all see it, man. Y'all hear me. If I'm not the loudest person on the bench, then I don't know who is.
He's also heckling the fans, too. What's up, guys? We're back with the Good Old Hoops podcast. I'm your host, Devin Tillis. Today we got a special one. We saved the best for last. This is one of my best friends on the team. 6'4", guard, Charlottesville native, bounciest dude on the team. He's related to LeBron. My guy, Des. What's up, brother? How you doing today?
Good, bro.
Glad to have you on finally.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait to get this done. Let's just kind of jump straight into it.
Okay.
So you're one of three guys, who has been at Virginia for a while. You've been through the Tony Bennett era, and now you're in the Ryan Odom era. From your seat, what's kind of been the difference, having to start with a new coaching staff and come in with Coach Odom at this point?
I think really is just like the fact that there's just like outside of us, me, EG, and Carter, there's no returners. So everybody just had to come together and like nobody's played for Coach Odom except for Martin. Everybody just had to come together quick, and we kind of all share that. Rather than before, we had returners who knew what was going on and knew what the flow was, but we kind of all were just dumped into it, and we, we had to put it together. So
yeah, facts. Like what has kind of been your role, kind of going into a new team?
Really just being the Charlottesville guy, and just kind of understanding the UVA culture and being around that my whole life. Just doing my best and doing my part to kind of be able to carry on that culture and to show the new guys what that is, along with developing our own.
100%. And then, last year was kind of a rough year for you guys.
Yeah.
Obviously Coach Bennett retired, and then you guys kind of had ups and downs through the season. What's kind of been the difference in the locker room, from past to now?
Really, it's just this is just such like a fresh team, and it's a new start for everybody. So I think everybody's just so bought in, and we have such a great group of guys. And not to say that we didn't have an amazing group of guys last year, but this group is just the situation is just different, and it's new, and I think everybody's having fun.
Yeah, and like you said, this point of having fun. Like obviously you're one of those guys who, brings jokes in the locker room, keeps things light, keeps everybody like in a good mindset.
Yeah.
And we know you as a guy who just has a motor and brings a lot of energy. So like from your perspective, what's kind of been your day-to-day, going into practices and going into games and just keeping that mindset that you kind of want to keep things light, but also you have this chip on your shoulder to make not only yourself better, but everybody else better?
Really is just, I feel like my biggest role on the team is to be the energy guy, to be the guy, the rah-rah guy, to be the guy to keep everybody up, to have that high energy and be consistent with it. And energy, like that high energy is contagious. So I feel like if people see that I'm like that consistently every day, like even when we're up in the morning, don't want to lift, I'm in there, we're listening to music, we're dancing and doing whatever. So just making sure that I keep that energy at a high level, and making sure that I rub positive vibes on the other guys.
Facts, 100%. I mean, I think we all feel that. You're kind of one of those guys who's always bringing the energy, keeping everybody, even when guys are having their down days, because we're all human. Even when you have your own down days, you come in and you're still doing it. So I think that's something the team has appreciated, especially this year. So this team, obviously you said we're new, and we've kind of built some shared experience as the year has gone on and so far. We've had some overtime games, some close ones. The other night at Florida State was just kind of one of those grind games. But this team has a real edge. And something I talked about with Owen in my last podcast was the Benchmob.
Yeah, man.
I kind of deemed Owen as like the co-CEO, but so we want to know. I think the fans want to know what is Desmond's title on the Benchmob, and what do you bring every day on game days?
I mean, y'all see it, man. Y'all hear me. If I'm not the loudest person on the bench, then I don't know who is. But I think I don't know if I feel like it's not on me to give the title.
Decide your title.
To decide my title. I feel like that's on y'all.
That's on the people. I feel like
the
people need to decide the title.
Yeah.
I think Owen got it more because he got the CEO because coach's son.
Yeah.
He's got to have the. But Des is definitely the loudest on the bench, and he's also heckling the fans too. Talk about the Florida State game a little bit. We don't need to get into what was said, but
no, the fan just would not stop. He would not stop. That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So you've grown up, kind of being around UVA and the UVA basketball team. You grew up watching it. You grew up in the arena. Did you have like a surreal kind of moment when you first got here where it's like, geez, I'm actually representing UVA? Like, this is something I've always dreamed of or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, like I think for real, it was the first couple weeks in the summer, we worked the Tony Bennett basketball camp. And I grew up going to that and doing that for, me, Chance, Carter used to go, a bunch of all of our friends. It used to be like Christmas. Like it used to be so fun to go to that camp. And I think working that and being able to work with like the kids and I think that meant a lot to me. And it really was like, dang, like I remember like growing up and looking up to these guys and it just, I think that really was that moment for me.
Dang, yeah. I mean, I kind of have a similar experience when I was at UC Irvine. I used to always go to the UC Irvine camps.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, I'm actually playing here now.
It's
a
crazy.
little different, Charlottesville, UVA is probably more of a powerhouse, but
it's
it's kind of the same thing.
Bro.
But
it's the same thing.
Like being able to like give back to like, the kids that you were once in their shoes is just something that feels that much better and makes you feel better. And I guess that is kind of a surreal moment to understand that like you were once looking up to people like yourself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. All right, now kind of getting into our next segment, we're gonna get into your like basketball upbringing and kind of what brought you to UVA and just your journey. So take us back to like the beginning. Your little Desmond is trying to figure out what he likes and what he likes to do. Kind of like who first introduced you to basketball and like why did you choose to pick up a ball?
I mean, I played every single sport when I was a kid. I mean, I always loved basketball. Like I knew I loved basketball from the time I was a little kid. My dad was a big basketball fan. He also loved football. My dad played football in high school, so he always loved football. But I played basketball, football, played lacrosse, played soccer, did a little bit of baseball, used to do karate, and growing up, I was driving from like Tuesday nights. My parents would drive me from, okay, you have basketball practice, okay, you gotta leave like 30 minutes early so you can get to soccer practice, and that's just how it was a lot of the time. But I think over time, I just started really just kind of to love like basketball and started to focus on basketball.
If you didn't play basketball, what sport would you be playing right now? Probably football.
Probably football. My dad didn't like football. My dad didn't like football for me. I like to hit. Like I really, really loved hitting.
He was a free safety.
Yeah, I was
safety.
Linebacker.
Oh.
I played outside linebacker, and on offense, I played everything. I played give me the ball.
Give me the ball. I'm going to the pot.
I played give me the ball. But I loved football. I was really good at lacrosse. I didn't really like it that much, but I was like really good at it.
You was
for
nice
some
at
reason.
lacrosse.
I was really nice, bro. Like, I'm not even playing.
We might need to pull up some Des lacrosse
Anybody from
highlights.
Charlottesville that played lacrosse can tell you I was pretty good.
Dang, I'm gonna need to see the tapes.
I was pretty good.
I'm gonna need to see the tapes.
Yeah.
Okay, now kind of getting back into your basketball. So,
Yeah.
you know, played every sport as a kid. You know, kind of just fell in love with the sport. And then, you know, kind of getting into like competitive basketball. You know, you get into like, I guess, more middle school, high school. Obviously, you went to Stab and you won some championships with the guys on the team. Talk about like your high school basketball journey and your career.
Yeah, so I started at Virginia Episcopal School. The former coach there was actually Curtis Staples, who used to play here.
Oh, okay.
And then I played for Coach Sedlar. It's in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's a boarding school. I loved it. It was fun. So it's a little bit. Lynchburg's not really my speed.
It's a little different.
It's a little different. The boarding was different. There's only 250 students there. I went to public school my whole life, so it was just like, it was a shift. But basketball, I was the youngest on the team by like 4 years.
Jeez.
But we had great players, a great group of guys. We had a great schedule. We played Brewster that year with Terrence Clark and Jalen LeCue and Alonzo Gaffney, and then we played.
How was that game? It was a lot of dunks.
Yeah, a lot of dunks. Got a block on Jalen LeCue though. I was like 14. I was lit. Played Oak Hill that year with Cole Anthony, Cam Thomas, Connor Odom. Connor Odom, Ryan Dunn. So funny thing about that. So I remember in that game when we played, I asked coach if I could play JV because I was like, I'm not really gonna play in the varsity game.
Yeah.
I'm a freshman, and so he was like, okay. And I'm playing against Ryan Dunn on the JV Oak Hill team.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
Me and him were just going at it. And I think I ended up with like probably 25. And then we go into the next game and we get blown out by like probably 60. I think at like we were probably down 10 going into halftime. We're like, okay, we're playing with these guys. We got this. Like they're not that good.
They just turned up.
Bro, Kofi Cockburn catches it on a fast break, takes 2 dribbles, stops. He turns around, he jumps up off vert and windmills that jump. and everybody is going stupid. And like Slam is just like, the cameras are just pointing to our bench, and I'm just like, it was terrible, bro. But yeah, bro. But yeah, so after VES, I played there for 4 years. I reclassed there. And then my senior year, I came home, played at Stab for Damon Altizer and Marcus Dixon. They were both my trainers growing up. I've known Marcus Dixon since I was like, I think the first YMCA league that I played in, like first organized basketball I ever played in when I moved to Charlottesville, Marcus was working in it.
Oh, really?
Like it was years and years back. So I've known Marcus since I was like probably 8, 9 years old. So then he ended up being my coach at Stab, and then we had a great year. Played with Chance, who I grew up playing AAU with. His dad coached me growing up. Carter, Austin Williford, and John St. Germain, a bunch of other guys. And
That's awesome. Yeah. So your high school journey has kind of been. You've had a long high school journey.
Yeah.
Pretty memorable. You guys won the VPL. Was it the state title?
No, we won the
like
conference. We won the conference. Yeah, we lost in the state chip.
What's something like you learned about yourself when you know, in that conference run or in your, let's just say your senior year? What's something you learned about yourself, you know, as a basketball player getting ready to go to college?
What it took like to really like win, and like what a team needed to really win. Because like when I was at VES, I can't say like we had the best seasons like most of the time, most of my years there. But when I got to Stab, I realized like what the level of connectedness needed to be and how locked in everybody needed to be, and like how consistent we needed to be on the court, off the court, and stuff like that. But really is just that. I think that's what it really taught me.
It taught you to be like kind of a winner, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
After high school, you had some options to go, play at other schools. What was ultimately your decision in, wanting to stay home and be a Cavalier?
I think really being able to, at the end of the day, being able to represent my hometown, and being able to develop in especially after I grew up in this culture and watching this culture, I thought it was just awesome to be able to just be a part of this program and be a part of the culture that I've admired for so long.
Yeah. What does it kind of mean for you to wear that Virginia across your chest?
A lot of people from Charlottesville don't really get the opportunity to even go to UVA or even see like the campus or know what it's even like. So just like a lot of being able to be here, knowing that a lot of my peers or the people I grew up with or my friends or haven't even been here or had the opportunity to be here, like it means a lot that I get to be here and I get to represent them as well. So
yeah, 100%. And me being from California, it's a little different, but like I know 2 California guys who've actually played here, obviously London and Kie.
Yeah.
And obviously learning from them what it means to be a Virginia Cavalier. I could tell how much it means to the people who are actually from here.
Yeah.
So it is something super special. Now kind of getting into like your college journey, your first year you decided to redshirt. Kind of just talk about, I don't think a lot of people understand how hard it actually is. What were some hardships that you went through that year, and then what are some things that you were able to work on, being a first year college student?
I think it was hard going from just playing games never not playing games until my redshirt year. Like I've been playing my whole life, and I think just like sitting back and just watching and developing was like already hard within itself. But then on top of that, we were working hard. We were working extra hard. I mean, redshirts, you have to work out, lift, shoot, do whatever kind of workout before the games, after the games, come early to practice, stay after practice.
You're with MC 24/7.
Extra lifts in the morning, it was just like really a grind. And I think the first year, you just have to kind of just let it wear you down and just kind of get used to it. But I think adapting to that, it was hard. It was hard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I redshirted a year too. Mine was a little different. I mean, I got hurt, so like obviously I had to deal with injury hardship and then dealing with the redshirt workout. So I understand like kind of how difficult it is, and it's kind of it's mentally draining a little bit. Yeah. But like once you kind of get used to it, you're like, okay, like you said, you kind of got to sit into it and just take it hands on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then going through your last 2 years, growing up. Kind of in this college basketball life, just kind of talk about what it's been like for you and your journey in college so far.
I've seen so many different teams and I've had so many different teammates now. I thought last year it was a completely new team, but this year it's like completely new. So I think it's just been like
I feel like every year
single year
it could be completely new.
Every single year, and it's just like it's different. It's a different dynamic than like what I had came into college understanding. Yeah. Just with so many like older guys and like people that just like had experience with like being at schools longer. Like even like that year we had like I think Tony Bennett had the most transfers that he had ever. Yeah. So it was I think that was really like
kind of eye-opening and a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, you probably grew up just seeing, like, guys stay here for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
Just, like, continue to build the culture. And now it's like, now you got to, like, kind of find the culture every year.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, it kind of goes back a little bit to where we can, kind of keep the continuity.
And that's what I think is so cool about this team, though, for real. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that, like, Coach Odom is so big on just, like, you know what I'm saying, like leaving Jersey in a better place, but also he's continuing that culture, and he really cares about teaching that and being able to spread that to a group of guys to get them all bought in. Like that is just something so special.
It's super special. It's like super hard to do. Like we all came from, I mean, besides you, EG, and Carter, like we all came from extremely different places, probably with little to no knowledge of, you know, kind of UVA as a place.
Right.
And I think Coach Eldham did a great job. Like when we first got here, like, you obviously get connected to your people, like you get connected with each other, but like get connected to the place. Like this place is special. And I think that means something more to him because like, you know, he grew up here. Like this was his home to start with. So I think it's nice to have like a coach like who really cares about
for sure.
like not only us, but like obviously the place. For the people in Charlottesville who don't know you, because clearly, you know, Dez is like, Chance is the king of Charlottesville, we know it. But Dez is definitely the prince. Or is it the other way around? You're the king, he's the prince? Or?
I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the prince, but like, I feel like maybe like the mayor.
You're the mayor?
I feel like maybe like the mayor.
The sheriff? The sheriff of Charlottesville.
I don't know if I'm royalty out here.
Nah, bro, you're royalty, bro.
Definitely, I'll take the mayor.
Everywhere, I'm saying, you know, everywhere I go with Chance or Dez, everyone knows them. Dez is always dabbing somebody up, whatever it is. We can go to Bodo's Bagels. Is that Desmond? I'd be like, yeah, it's Dez, yeah. All right, so I've got to ask everybody this question. So when we're not practicing, when you don't got to come in and lift, when you're not shooting, there's no ball in sight.
I'm playing the game.
You didn't even let me finish the question. We're playing the game. Dez is the best gamer on the team at one particular game. I haven't played a lot of games with Dez. But, you know, talk about your Arc Raiders journey.
My Arc Raiders journey. Oh my gosh! Wow. I don't know. A friend told me about it, and I just picked it up, and I just was like, "Wow, this is the best game I've played in a couple years." And I usually just play Call of Duty. Like I usually only play Call of Duty, and then I was just like, "Wow, this is a good game." So,
fun fact: me, Dez, and EG will be on the game all day today. It's our off day.
All day.
After this,
we're not getting off the game. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody go tune in Arc Raiders fun game. Maybe we get a sponsorship.
That would be.
We can hook us up. We can hook us up. Arc Raiders. It might be a hard sponsorship.
Yeah, that'd be really hard.
Embark.
Embark.
Yeah. We also don't stream though, so we could start.
If you're trying to hop on that with me, I did stream. I did do a little bit of streaming last year.
Maybe we'll start streaming. Ooh. We might have to see if we make that a segment or something. I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Not too much.
So we get it. Your off day is gaming. Gaming and sleeping probably. That's probably what I do.
Probably.
But let's talk about Desmond's style. You know.
Okay.
We know Dez you probably like one of the best dressed on the team. You know, where did you get this? You know, these stylistic choices from, and where did you like? Give me some top 3 brands that you love to wear.
I've liked fashion and just like clothes and stuff. Been interested in it like probably since I was like a sophomore, and like I've always liked like looking cool, obviously, like and putting clothes on, but like really like fashion and like clothes and really paying attention. Like my sophomore year of high school, one of my teammates, he had put me on this YouTube show called PAQ, and it was this YouTube fashion show where they do these challenges where they'd go out and thrift, and they'd be like, who can make the best fit out of these like different like with like a $5 budget, $15 budget, and like I used to just watch those, and then I started making clothes, like thrifting clothes, like repurposing clothes, like just kind of doing like messing around with a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Having fun with it.
And then like started doing photo shoots and stuff like that. Like I'd mess around with stuff like that with my friends. My senior year, I did an internship for Parsons.
That's dope.
For Parsons, Mark Jacobs did a show up there, so I worked for his show. Anna Wintour was up there for Vogue. A bunch of different people.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, no, it was sick. But I think probably my top 3 brands. I think growing up, I think my dad always had like a lot of old vintage Nike on, like some baggy vintage Nike on. So like, I feel like I wouldn't be.
You can't leave Nike out.
I feel like I would be sleep if I didn't like give Nike Air credit for like
facts.
the vintage like look. I think also I like a lot of like underground brands. Like right now, I got a boy that works for Denim Tears right now.
Oh, that's dope.
So like I'm kind of messing with Denim Tears like a little bit, but not like the super generic like
the
reefs
flowers
with the
and
reef.
stuff.
But I like a lot of like the other stuff. Shoot.
There's too many, huh?
There's so many brands, bro. Like I thrift. I thrift so much.
You find a bunch.
I find different pieces. So like I don't know if I could put a top 3.
That's cool. We got 2 of them. We got 2 of them.
Okay.
Is there anybody in the team who gives you a run for your money in dressing?
I think probably Malik, bro. I think that's an easy one. Probably
Malik wear all the designer.
Yeah, like a lot of designer. But he has some sneaky. He has some sneaky fits. He has some sneaky Zara fits that you would think are designer, but they're not. But they're not, and he's very good at that.
He's smart at doing it. He'll wear designer one day, and then he'll put on the Zara the next day.
Or he'll mix and match it, and you won't be able to tell for real. Facts. But it's not. Leak's sneaky. You know who's like sneaky but doesn't ever wear any of their clothes?
The EG?
Yeah, your roommate.
I know. I know. He has a lot of clothes.
And it's not even like, it's still in the package. Like, it's all still in the package.
He'll just put on sweat shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah, like the shoes and everything unworn, everything's still in the package. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
He's kind of a hoarder.
Can I get that off? No. What?
You don't even wear it.
Spent 3 years.
Yeah, he's kind of a hoarder. Yeah. Maybe he'll get into reselling one day.
Yeah.
He could do it. He has a lot of stuff.
He might as well.
Bro, he put out some Kobe's the other day. He's like, I'm never gonna wear these. I was like, what? I was like, sell them. He said, yeah, I probably could.
Yeah, but he's not going to. He's not going to.
Nah. But anyways, I've kind of heard about this gummy bear pregame routine that you have. Oh, what is that, and where did it come from?
Growing up, I just love like gummy bears. Like I literally would just eat them all day. I probably like. And I honestly had like really bad eating habits before the games. Like I think every pregame in high school, the mornings, I would eat 3 McGriddles. I would eat three McDonald's McGriddles. I would eat 3 McDonald's McGriddles, bro. Like every like game day morning when I was at Stab.
It's good eats though.
But I used to eat gummy bears like all day. I'd have like a bag of gummy bears. I used to eat them all day.
If there were no gummy bears in sight, would you be losing your mind?
I don't know if I'd be losing it, but like I don't know what kind of game I'd have.
Yeah, it'd be a down game.
I don't know. I just don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
All right, kind of keeping it on this pregame, you know.
Yeah.
You're a music guy.
Yeah.
So what's your go-to pregame song before you gotta play a game?
Pregame song.
All right, how about this? I'll change the question.
Thank you. Thank you. That's.
All right, you get the aux at the party. All right. Give me 5 artists that you know you're gonna play that night.
I'm not gonna lie, that new Don's Holliver album.
Don's tough.
Yeah.
Don's tough.
It was crazy. It's so lame because it's like, I feel like everybody hates on him because it's a trend right now, like OD. So people are like, oh, like, but like Drake has bangers, gang. Like he does, and I'm a Kendrick fan, like just for the record. But Drake has bangers.
He does. He has too many.
He gotta be played on the aux, bro.
He got too.
Like you feel me?
100%.
I always like Uzi and Cardi. I've always liked them. Like Travis, you know. So.
Yeah, hey.
Solid list.
Solid aux. I think you get the party jumping a little bit. Get it going with some light-skinned Drake bangers too. Now get into like school a little bit. So you want to major in business, or you do major in business?
So I'm actually minoring in business.
Oh, minoring in business. Okay.
I'm majoring in media studies.
Gotcha.
But I want to take like a business approach towards that.
Like, so when the ball stops bouncing one day, what is it that you think you see yourself doing?
Honestly, something with business, like hopefully, like still want to work in like clothes and fashion, but anything like with that or design or anything with like marketing, or I've always liked real estate too. Like so dabbling in that, but just kind of being like
diverse.
Being diverse. Like I mean, me and some friends are in the process of working on an AI right now. Is this, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
Yeah, just.
What's the name of your AI?
I'm not gonna. I can't leak that. I can't leak that. I can't leak that right now. I can't do it.
Let me know when it's out. I'll let you know.
You will know when it's out. Yeah, you definitely.
That's
will
low-key
know.
hard, bro.
No, but yeah.
That's tough. And then obviously, like we've talked about this many times. You're a Charlottesville guy, and I know you love giving back to the community. So like, kind of what are some things that you've done, to just make your mark and your presence felt in the community of Charlottesville?
A lot of the things that we've done, like even through the basketball program, have been awesome. But just like, like through like the Come As You Are program, where we work with like kids in the some of the impoverished areas in Charlottesville, and just kind of hang out with them and give them a space to just enjoy themselves and show them like spaces that they might not be able to really see. So just doing that, or working in the Ronald McDonald House, or just being able to just contribute in any type of way. I mean, both of my parents are both of my parents are very big in serving, serving the community. My dad's a social worker. My mom's a professor. So like that's just like very big.
It's kind of like instilled in you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's like really important to me. So I think like any kind of thing that I can kind of like help out with, that I know I can volunteer for, or I have the time for, I kind of.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. And then kind of last thing to get to know Desmond. So, what are the best places to eat at in Charlottesville?
Jack Brown's, bro.
Jack Brown's.
Like, it's Jack Brown's.
It's just Jack Brown's?
I love Jack Brown's, bro.
You know what you put me on that I tried?
The Greg Brady.
No, I'm not talking about Jack Brown's. I'm talking about place. Pico Wrap, bro.
Oh, Pico like that, gang.
I rock with Pico Wrap.
Shout out Pico, too.
Pico Wrap is tough.
Shout out Pico.
I've only had it once, but it was yummy.
Nah, Pico's good, bro. I mean, okay. You want tacos? You gotta go Tacos Gomez. That's like that. If you want like the vibe in the tacos, like, you know what I'm saying, you go to Brazos at X Park. You want some like good Mexican food, you go to the Bebedero. Shout out to Bebedero, I used to work there. Good pasta is Luce's, even though we eat Luce's so much and I'm kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
Even though like
we do get it it's a post-game meal.
Yeah. But it's authentic.
It is very good.
It's good. Yeah. It's good. It's rich. But it's like, okay. But yeah. So that's a little bit of ball knowledge for you. Monsoon Siam, that's some Thai. I don't know if I said that right, but that's some Thai food. It's the best Thai food out here. Get some green curry.
I might need to go try that out. I've had Thai food out here yet.
It's good.
It's fire?
It's good. It's probably not as good as like out where you live, but it's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to give that a try.
Yeah.
So our team has the makeup and the build, of a team like who should win every night and wants to win every night. So from your perspective, what's the mindset been in the locker room, going into each and every game that we have?
I think it's really just to be where our feet are, and just to focus on what we have in front of us, and just to focus on our process. Specifically, I mean, we work really hard during the week, so just being able to trust that like we took the time and prepared, and we trust our work, and we go into the game and just be us. So I think that's our biggest thing.
I think something I've kind of like started to take away too is like this idea of discipline. Getting back to like being the most disciplined team on the court, and like you said, being where our feet are, that'll take us a long way. In your opinion, and kind of in what you've felt from the team, what do you believe is possible for us in March?
I believe the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Like, we're so good. We're connected, and you know what I mean. we're in that flow state and we're playing unconscious and we're just playing off each other, like I don't think any team can beat us. So
I completely agree. And then, you've kind of always had this, goal for yourself to just get better in anything you're doing,
Right.
every year, every moment, every second. By the end of this year, what's kind of some goals that you have set for yourself, that you want to see yourself get better at? It could be as a player, as a person, and what's the plan to get there?
my goal is to just be the best teammate and person that I can be with y'all, and just seeing, I think we're like around coming to that time of year where we're gonna run into some really like tight situations, and just seeing how I can contribute in the best way that I can in order for the team to win. I think that's just my biggest goal, is just to just do my part.
What's one promise that you can make to UVA fans, maybe for yourself or from our team for the rest of this year?
Ugo not getting dunked on like that.
Ugo got punched on. Put the clip. Put the clip. Please put the clip. Anyways, I think that's a great place to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed. For those of you who don't know him, meeting my boy Des. Thanks for joining us on here.
Once again, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah. And who's fan, once again, hit the link tree in the bio, drop a question. We're always here to answer. Hit the hotline. Once again, appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Good Old Hoops podcast, Wahoo Nation. Peace out.